Hi guys, welcome back to Over Easy Acres. This will probably be one of my last garden tour type videos, and I'm really sad about that. I have loved having the garden, but I also have to say I'm a little bit relieved because the amount of work that it has taken to preserve a lot of the food that has come out has also been tiring. So, I mean, if I see more tomatoes, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. However, that said, we should have spaghetti sauce to pretty much last us, I would think, several months, if not through the winter. So today what I'm going to do though is I need to go prune or clip my pumpkins. I was reading that the best way to preserve pumpkins is to cut them and then let them stay outside for about a week so that they can harden off before you store them, and then that should help them just last a lot longer. Last year I had a ton of pumpkins and I was super excited about it, and we lived in the city and I stacked up all the pumpkins in the garage, but then it just got too cold in the garage and they still froze, and so they all rotted. So I don't want that to happen. This year I'm going to puree a lot of it and freeze it that way, and then I'm going to see if I can just preserve some along with the zucchini inside the house. We'll see. Also have another grand plan to dig a hole and make a makeshift root cellar, but our temperatures are starting to get kind of low, kind of fast. So I checked the forecast. In the next week, we're still above freezing, but this is, kind of the date that we can turn into a pumpkin. Anytime frost could come upon us, but I don't see it in the forecast. So because I don't see it for the next week, although I do see it dipping down into the 30s, but not below freezing, I'm gonna go ahead and trim them all from the vines, clip them, leave them out in the sun, and then hopefully they'll be preserved. All right, before we start snipping and clipping, I'll show you kind of what is left, take you on a little bit of a tour and show you what's still coming in for the fall. We're still eating out of the garden. I haven't bought veggies. Sorry, it's really windy out here. I'll go this way. I haven't bought veggies from the store and I don't even remember how long. Oh, I guess I bought some carrots because I do make my dog's dog food, and I didn't feel like she should have garden fresh carrots just because I knew that those were at a premium and then I couldn't get really more. So I have bought some, and I feel like I bought something. Oh, celery. I bought celery because I've been making a lot of soup, and for soup stock, just chicken broth and that kind of stuff. But otherwise, we've still been eating out of the garden. I can say we're pretty much sick of zucchini unless I hide it in something. We just took a break. Just couldn't eat it anymore. Beets have also been on a pause. Just a lot of beets, and they're kind of strong flavor. But anyway, so here we are. Here is what is my tomato patch. I'm still getting about 2 gallons of tomatoes maybe every 2 to 3 days that they're ripening. Try to leave them on there. We did have some heavy rains come, and so I picked tons of them that were just kind of having their first blush on them just because I didn't want them to split due to all of the rain, but they're still doing really well. We've had so many fresh tomatoes, and I just have quarts and quarts and quarts of spaghetti sauce in my freezer, and I was brave and canned some, but now I'm a little bit scared. What if I didn't do it right? We ate 2 cans and we're still alive, so I guess maybe that I did. Let's see. Over here we have broccoli growing. I'm feeding caterpillars with it. No, I mean, I'm trying to grow it for us, but so far it's a mainstay of the caterpillars. I have some peas growing over here. Just not enough that we could preserve, but hopefully just enough to be able to still munch on in the garden. The nasturtiums decided to grow here hugely. I don't know where they were all summer, but they're finally here. Let's see, what else do I have going? Oh, these are my cabbage, also feeding caterpillars with them. I need to be more dutiful about putting the diatomaceous earth on them, and I haven't been just because the sprinklers and between the rain, it washes it off every single day, and so I just haven't been out here since the weather's a little cooler. I've been doing more indoor projects and activities, so then this just hasn't been going as well. Same with the kale. It's starting to look good. I need to pick some of it, but it has the worm caterpillar friends on it, so haven't been doing too much with that other than feeding the bug crops again. These are my Blue Lake bush beans. They're coming up now. I don't know, like I said, we're living on borrowed time with the frost date, so kind of within the next 2 weeks I assume that we're going to get there. So if these could hurry up and flower and produce, I see they're getting really close, starting to get some buds on them, then we might get another round of green beans. But we've still been getting green beans off of the ones I planted this summer, so that's nice. Here you can see some more holy cabbage. I don't know if you can see this way in it, but really just eaten up by bugs. The inside is about softball size, but I don't know if we're gonna get to eat any of that because, I don't know, again, the bugs. I am gonna need to harvest my onions because those are not frost tolerant. My jalapenos, I just picked the last one, so pico de gallo days are over. But hey, listen to this. So I had buried in here, if you saw a few videos ago, that I let my cilantro go to seed. I just kind of forgot about it, got buried underneath the tomatoes and went to seed. It replanted itself. And so all of this stuff, let's see, can you see? This is all cilantro. So now we're having round 2 of pico de gallo. So it is fantastic. And ironically, I have tried several years to plant cilantro from seed and I can't get it to grow. And here, Mother Nature just did it for me. So yay. Here's some bell peppers that are still doing pretty good. They're not thick. They have excellent flavor. They're nice and strong, have a really just a very flavorful green pepper flavor, but the walls are very thin. So I don't know if that's the variety or I'm just having some problems growing them. I don't know. So lettuce is starting to come back. We had a salad last night. Here's our fall crop of lettuce that I just sprinkled some seeds on. Now it didn't fill in the middle very much there, but we're still able to kind of snack off of it. In the back are the lemon cucumbers, which we don't love. I got that plant, if you remember, on clearance at the end of the season. And I was like, hey, why not? It looked like it was dying. Well, it's not dying now, it's thriving. There's just so many of the cucumbers back there and we don't like any of them. So that's just too bad. And then here's my massive zucchini. Remember, I was just on this zucchini kick and they're just huge. Can you, I don't know, with the sun, it's hard for me to see what you can see. But anyway, they're in there and they're just really big, but we're sick of zucchini, so I don't want it. This is a beautiful eucalyptus tree. Can you see how thick those stalks are in there? They're really, really thick. I wish I could dig it up and save it for all year long, but I don't think I can, and the harsh winters will kill it off. But I thought maybe next summer I would just go and get a eucalyptus plant again at the store and try to grow it inside. So we'll see. I have more carrots planted, so we'll see how they do before the frost. I might be able to cover some of this stuff to protect it a little bit longer. And my huge, ginormous onions. I'll need to pick all of my onions and then I will dehydrate the tops. Again, I already have so many jars of them, that makes me really happy, and so I'll do that again. Hang on, wind is picking up. All right, hiding behind my wall of loofahs. These things went crazy. Remember I said that I couldn't grow loofahs either? I have so many that I do not need to grow loofahs next year. They're just so big. I need to pick them before the frost though. I mean, you can see, like, look how big this long thing is, like 2 feet long there. So I will pick them and then let them completely dry out and then try to make sponges out of them. So super excited about that. We also have mixed in here cucumbers. We have so many cucumbers that they're just all over the counter, and I guess I probably need to make pickles out of them too. So I don't know. I guess next year I don't need to plant as many. I think it's only like 2 plants, but I thought we ate cucumbers, and we do, but we just didn't keep up with the amount. The watermelon though this year, while they were super, super fun to grow, they were not tasty. I don't know, you can see some here and one left over here, and some even over there. We didn't eat them all. I opened them up and they weren't really good. So chickens did great this year as far as having watermelon, but wasn't my favorite one we ate. These were just beans that we planted here in a pot and another little bush over here. And although they're looking pretty scrappy right now, they're actually, still growing. You can see some beans on them. I mean, they're pretty much picked over, but we've had many, many nights of green beans off of, I guess it would probably say 10 plants. So that was really good. All right, now let me turn you around. Oh, before I do, here's the rest of, these are all tomatoes. So all this, all down here, all tomatoes. Because I didn't stake them well, they've all just fallen down. But again, they're still yielding, still giving us great tomatoes. I think there's some grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and then I have beefsteak in here. So next year I want to do Amish paste or aroma, just because the ones that I planted are so juicy and have so many seeds that when I'm making the spaghetti sauce, I have to really boil it down for a couple hours to get rid of all of the extra liquid. But otherwise, can't complain at all about our tomato harvest. It's just been spectacular. So super happy. That was also a goal of mine, was to have so many tomatoes that I could put some up for the winter, and this was the year. So after years and years of practice gardening, finally I had a garden that produced enough that will be tasting it all winter long. So happy. Okay, now let me turn you around and show you the big part of the garden. All right, well, here is one big, huge, beautiful pumpkin. I mean, look at that. That is truly like, I don't know, I feel like Cinderella could get a ride in this type. It's not a Cinderella variety, but huge. And I have some other ones too. Now, my pumpkin patch is starting to look a little bit sad on the leaves. They're starting to get blight on them. You can see here. And it's kind of, the leaves are all crispy and not doing great anymore, but that's okay, because here are all my pumpkins, all these sugar pumpkins in here. And this is what I need to clip today so that they can sit out in the sun and harden off before the frost comes. And then, oops, making our way over to here, we have another one of these big, huge pumpkins. I can only imagine how many hundreds of pounds that is. And then there are two more over there. And when I figure out how to weigh them, I think that we'll have to put them on a tarp and then on a scale. So I haven't quite figured out that part, but I'm really very curious to see how much they weigh. I think it's gonna take a few people, so maybe we can just borrow that tarp and pick it up. So I'll have to make that into a short, just because I'm super excited about it. I've tried to grow that again. I guess the soil is happy out here. I don't know, we did amend it, but it seems like everything wants to grow this year, even though I've tried hard in past years to get it to grow and just didn't have any success. And then this year, I feel like I hardly even tried. And well, that's not true. I mean, I spent a couple hours out here every day, but the stuff just wanted to grow. So that was nice. Oh, and we got lots of potatoes. I still have a big old box in our pantry. So, okay, I'm gonna start snipping these. Well, here's a little Halloween moment. Hi, Di. Okay, I think I clipped most of them down. And what I'm noticing though is I think I have a couple different varieties, because I have the ones that are this shape, even though they might be a little bit larger, but still like I don't know, like they're shorter and rounder. And then I also have this, and these are a little bit lighter, but they're not as round as they are tall. So tiny bit different. Now, when I planted these, I planted some, nothing happened, so I planted more, nothing seemed to happen. I finally gave up. I think I even bought some. I don't even remember, but I know I have like the sugar pumpkins in here for pies. So I think I have a couple different kinds in here, even though I thought I just had one, but I'm not really sure what decided to sprout. But I mean, I still probably have, I don't know, I'd have to count them, maybe 25 pumpkins here, plus those big ones. Now I can pick up the edges of the big ones. I couldn't pick it up myself, but I can pick up the edges. So I'm thinking they're not super duper heavy, but I still want to weigh them and find out. So I'm excited about that. All right, here's my haul, minus anything that was green. I didn't pick anything yet that was green, but that's a pretty good sized pumpkin patch. I think we'll have lots of pie. And when I was going through my pumpkins here, look what I found. more cucumber melons. Oh my goodness, if only we liked these things. I didn't even know I had another plant hanging out. So if you like these, you let me know what I should do with them, because right now they've been going to the chickens, but that seems kind of sad. But I don't know, the seeds inside are really big and just coarse. So, oh, there's my other big pumpkins hanging out in there too. So we'll have to go take a look at those. Look at this. The pumpkins are still trying to grow. I've even been picking off the end new growth just so that the plant can put energy back into the big pumpkins. But this pumpkin just refuses to die. It's gonna grow to the very last moment. And I'll show you over here. These are these big orange ones. So I don't know. I don't know if can I budge these? Oh gosh, I don't know. I think they're pretty heavy. All right, well, I think that's about it from me today. I will keep you posted on what the pumpkins weigh, so give me your guess. They are the Atlantic dill. Atlantic dill. So they do get to be pretty big, like 4 feet in diameter, and I think a couple 100 pounds. So that gives you a reference. You can put your guesses below. And I'm not really sure what we're going to do with it. Probably just carve it or set it out for just looks during this fall and Thanksgiving season. So that will be really fun, and I'll keep you posted. I'll show you that process of us weighing it next time. And as for upcoming videos, let me know what you might like to see. If you just like hanging out with me in the garden, we can do that. Or hanging out with the chickens, I'm happy to do that. I did do a video last week of baking that didn't seem to be as popular with you guys. So anyway, I'm totally open to suggestions. Just let me know. I'm here to see you and interact with you. So it doesn't really matter to me so much, just it's fun to be here, and I love reading the comments. I like writing you all back. So anyway, just keep me posted. All right, until next week, God bless.